Oh, big run. Oh, he fumbled. He fumbled. Shit.
He's still.
Slay.
Might be what Philly do.
Now he's about to lose his mind.
He hasn't seen the play yet.
Please tell me
Oh my goodness. Let me get another sip of this coffee, because you know what? Two things that I love: waking up next to my incredible bride and getting that first cup of coffee, and coming here with you guys. Good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. What's up, Joe Boo? We got the funky chicken and Bucky Beaver. Now, I'm going to tell you a true story here. I'm trying to do everything I can to help the Dallas Cowboys win. The losses we've had, I've all been at home. Now, I'm trying to figure out why it is. We had the tie against the Giants, and we ended up having the wins. The win against the Giants. We ended up having the tie that was here. Every time I've been here, we've done good things. And I'm wondering, is it because of Bucky? I got to have the power of Bucky and Joe Boo and the chicken. I might be kind of crazy. That might be crazy. But you know what? It's only weird if it doesn't work. If the Cowboys find a way to win, you know where my ass is going to be until we lose. Right here. Every Sunday. I got to do it for Cowboy Nation. I don't see any other recourse. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll be here starting out with the early game, live streaming. The early game is the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Rams. Surprisingly, a big game. The Jacksonville Jaguars 4-2. You want to hear an interesting piece that I saw yesterday? It is the Betrayal Index. They come up with new things. You know, everybody always comes up with new shit. And here's the key thing: if you want to be successful, if you come up with new shit, is have the Dallas Cowboys in it. If you put it in there that this is a way to trash the Dallas Cowboys with the news rating and scale, boom. Because I remember they came up with interceptable plays. Not that they were intercepted, but interceptable plays. You know, I sit here and look and I see passes that are literally threaded through the needle that end up being great passes. I guess technically you could say that was an interceptable ball because the guys were right there, that it's closing the gap. So, you know, they come up with a lot of different bullshit. But this was the Betrayal Index. And the amazing thing is they had been doing this over years, and apparently Dak Prescott this year is a minus 31 on being betrayed by his defense. Now, I told Tracy, I said, Tracy, I need you to do me a new shirt. I said, I don't know how you're going to do it because you're going to Tracy-ize it and stuff. But I said, we can't call them a defense. I said, don't call it a defense. It's 11 guys on the field. And then I was sitting there thinking about LL Cool J. Don't call it a defense. They've been stinking for years. Bro, Chris May, we need to collaborate on this thing. Or Cowboys music. We need to collaborate on this thing, okay? Don't call it a defense. They've been stinking for years, letting us down. Explosion from every other quarterback, okay? I'm just tossing some shit in the air. But yeah, we got the Commanders tomorrow. And we've got the Jacksonville Jaguars, Rams at 1 o'clock. We got the Eagles and Minnesota at 1 o'clock. And we have the Giants in Denver at the same time we're playing. So it's going to be a busy day tomorrow. It's going to be busy. So I can't wait. For tomorrow to get going. Now, last year, for the Commander fans, Momo, that think that they are great, and everybody talked about how good they are and how they're one of the cream of the crops of the NFC. before the season started, they are beat down. They are beat down bad. Deebo Samuels is dealing with the hurt heel. We'll see. Terry McLaurin has been out for the last 4 weeks. They may not have any wide receivers. Dallas Goedert is nicked up. And see, here's the thing. Because they recreated the over-the-hill gang, this is what happens when you get a lot of older guys. They get nicked up. They take time to heal. And that's the thing that Washington is dealing with right now. Now, I pointed out that right now, every matchup in the NFC East that's been the home team has won. Now, last year, Dak did not play against Washington.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
And Cooper Rush beat Washington. Here's the thing. Last time Dak played against Washington, 31 of 36, 279 yards, 4 TDs, 1 interception, a 124 rating, and the Cowboys won 38-10.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
This game is important because for the first time, it really means something, because if you win this game, your outlook looks a whole lot different than when you lose it. If Washington loses this one, all of a sudden they're beat up and they're looking up at the Cowboys and the Eagles. Cowboys lose this, you're not making any trades for any big players. You're pretty much kind of packing it in and saying, we want to maximize those draft picks for next year. So this game is truly key for everything. Now, I hate to do this to you guys. But I hadn't actually heard this. Before I get to Stephen Jones. Something that surprised the hell out of me, I was listening to 105.3 The Fan and Bobby Belt and crew, and they were talking about the confidence meter that they had with fans. And they were going through between Shoddy, Will McClay, and Dak Prescott. And Will McClay was only out of 10, a 5.6. Shoddy was a 7. And do you know what Dak Prescott was? This just blew me away. Dak was an 8.6. People all of a sudden are looking at Dak and saying, he's all we got. That may be the highest confidence rating of Dak in his career here in Dallas from Dallas fans. It's literally,
oh shit!
I can't believe that happened. I can't believe that happened. But I want to listen to Stephen Jones because he's going to talk about the injuries and Trayvon Diggs being injured at home. And I'm going to say, I have to be real with you. I think this Diggs situation is the Cowboys are done in this marriage, and Diggs is done in this marriage. And the breakup just needs to happen. I think at this point, you need to try and see if you can trade him for anything. At this point, you're not going to re-sign. You're going to cut him at the end of the year. You cut him at the end of the year, you're going to get nothing. And you probably won't get a whole lot right now because of the shape that he's in with the knee and things. But at this point, it's becoming a distraction. He's going through, whether you believe in Matt Eberflus or not, he's basically telling you, this guy is ass, and I don't believe in this system. I don't believe in it. And now all of a sudden, you're getting concussions at home and can't play? Bro, this is one of those ones where I can lose with you, I can lose without you. You got to move on. The well was poisoned from the time the Cowboys took the workout money from him, and it hasn't gotten any better. Let's go to the tape.
On the Fan, Stephen Jones here talking Cowboys Week 7, hosting the Commanders, 3:25 on Sunday. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
Doing good. Good afternoon to you guys.
Hey, is everything going to be okay with Trayvon Diggs? I was concerned for him.
Well, we certainly think so, but he's not going to be able to play this weekend.
Everybody else getting healthy, though?
I think so. We had a good week of practice. Guys stepping up and getting better. In particular, obviously, with CD and Turf and Booker, all really had a good week of practice and going to be able to get out there and play for us. And even some of the guys who aren't going to be ready this week are making big progress and could start the clock and practice starting next week, guys like BB and Overshown.
Well, that's certainly exciting. I mean, how much better can this offense get? And statistically, it's been third best since Lamb went out.
Well, hats off to Coach Schottenheimer and Clayton and the whole crew. Shimko, our quarterback coach, they're just doing a great job. And then obviously, I think our quarterback's playing as well as anybody in the league. Certainly, guys stepped up when we lost guys. George Pickens obviously playing, tops. Certainly, Flournoy stepped up with the receiving group. And then, of course, Ferguson's been steady all year. And then as a group, the offensive line group is, next man up. And, it's going to be great. We'll have 4 of our 5 starters out there ready to roll now and hopefully get our starting center back sooner than later.
Any limitations for CD on Sunday, or is he full go?
We don't see any limitations. I think he's ready to go. And, the competitor he is. He's shaking off the rust a little bit, but I saw him out here after practice with jugs, and he's ready to go. He loves to compete, and he's ready to get out there.
Steven, we hear the word execution a lot about on defense and stuff. When you sit down and watch the tape and you see your defensive coordinator send a safety down in the hole and it should be a negative play or a tackle for loss and you miss a tackle, it's a 9-yard run, how much of that has been really what this defense has happened to this defense this year?
Well, I'd use 2 things. I'd use execution and then, of course, I'd also use consistency. I think we've been inconsistent. I think, at times we've flashed and shown some things that we can do, whether it's against the run or the pass. And then at times we've been inconsistent and not very good. And I think we just have to continue to go out there and work hard every week, every practice, and get better. And I think we feel like we had a good week of practice this week. I know Coach Schottenheimer, Jerry and I just met with the staff, and they were real pleased with the week of practice. And now we got to go out there and we got to consistently execute.
Steven, you talked about you just met with the staff, and this has got to be a difficult situation for you guys at wide receiver. Are you looking to get all those guys inactive and maybe go short somewhere else, or how are you going to navigate your wide receiver room this week?
Well, it's a good group, and one of the things Coach Schottenheimer said early is you do want guys fresh when you need to win the game in the fourth quarter, which is what the NFL's all about most of the time. And so I think one of the important things will be to, use guys like Flournoy and Tolbert, throughout the game so that we can have guys like CD and Pickens and Turk fresh when that fourth quarter hits. And obviously we've gotten confidence that those guys can go out and do the job as well. And I think Flournoy's been outstanding. And then, of course, we'll have a big physical receiver coming back, probably not this week, but probably next in Mingo. So real pleased with that receiver room. And I think Coach Schottenheimer, Jr., those guys have a great plan as to, what the future is going to look like with that group.
With Diggs being out, is that just more Kyer Elam probably in the back end?
Well, we got several of them. We got Traquez and Caitlin Carson's coming up. So we'll have a group out there that we had a really good week of practice. We're really confident that they understand what to do and how they're going to execute out there, and feel good they'll get the job done.
Steven, you mentioned how well Dak's playing, and I think we all agree he's playing some of the best football of his career. When you see him performing at the level he is, does that add any extra emphasis to try and maybe improve the roster in some way or another?
Yeah, I would say this. We're always looking to improve the roster. If we can find the right situation where it makes us better, then we're going to be looking at it. And, we got our process as to how we work the phones and understand what's available out there. And certainly if we feel like there's a move that would make a difference for us and make us better, then we'll certainly be looking at it, because we do. I agree with you. I mean, this offense is obviously, playing at the highest level. They're ranked number 1 in the league in a lot of categories, and certainly with Dak and his leadership and the group that's around him, they've shown that, they can move the ball against good defenses as well. So we'll certainly continue to look at that and see if there's other things that can help us as a team.
Is there any truth to a report that came out earlier this week about possibly looking at hunting some running backs to add to the roster?
No, we feel good about the running back situation. I think Blues, he's cutting his teeth and coming along, but he brings something that's very unique. And then we like the other group, behind them as well. Obviously, Hunter's steady as a fullback / short down runner. And then, we've always been a fan of Malik Davis. And as we all know, we have Maffa, our draft pick, who, we really like as well, that's on IR and eligible to return.
Are teams calling about your backup offensive lineman that had performed so well?
Well, we won't get into the details of exactly who's calling on what, but certainly I will say this. Those 4 guys stepped up in a big way. Hats off to them, and hats off to the coaching staff as well as getting them prepared as a group.
With McLaurin and Samuel possibly out, how much more of an opportunity is this to pick up a big divisional win?
Well, anytime you're playing a divisional team, it's big. I mean, you got to win, go anywhere in this league, you got to win your division, and it all starts with beating your divisional opponents. Obviously, we've got a relationship there with Dan, but we need to go out there and get a win, and it'd mean a lot here, obviously, at AT&T Stadium, where we have the greatest fans, to go out there and play really well and win a game would be big for this football team right now.
How impressive have you been with Schottenheimer, just the details of trying to navigate the sun situation at AT&T Stadium?
That takes the scientists to figure that out. No, in all seriousness, you need a sundial during the day or whatever you do. But no, we've got a good system in place with our football ops guys, and got a great feel for how that works. And he's all set for it. We actually talked about it, and it can be a home field advantage if we stay on top of it. And I can tell you, Coach Schottenheimer's on top of it.
Steven, until things kind of turn around a little bit for your defense, how difficult is it to put this much pressure on your offense to maybe not even punt during a game?
No, I think that's their goal. If you would ask Dak and Coach Schottenheimer, is every time they get possession of the ball is to move the ball and get points. And so, that's just line number one. When you're lining up before each game is, to move the ball and score. So, I think Dak even said it in the press conference. It doesn't add pressure because that's what we expect.
Sure.
So no other details on how Diggs got hurt, huh?
No details.
Not at this point. We'll look into it, make sure everything's good, and we'll go from there.
Make sure everything's good and go from there. I think at this point the well is poisoned and you just have to move on. Like I said, don't call it a defense, man. We stink. We stink. So the Cowboys need to find a way to get a win. I've told you guys this. To me, I am a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan. I miss the rivalry. I actually haven't heard from my cousin Daniel, so I should probably give him a call and see how he's doing. But I'm sure if Washington finds a way to win, I'll be hearing from him. But I want you guys to understand that it used to be, before it was the Eagles were everything and everybody hated the Eagles, it was the Cowboys in Washington that really made the NFL great. Those rivalries were unbelievable. And for me, Roger Staubach will forever be my favorite Dallas Cowboy.
Rally will ever surpass Roger Staubach's heroic performance in the final week of the 1979 season. Both teams needed a victory to make the playoffs, and such high stakes made for high drama.
From the beginning to the end, it was comebacks by both teams, and we came back 21-17 and looked like we had total control of the game, and then all of a sudden we didn't have any control of the game.
Theismann delay play to Riggins coming to the right side.
That music, man.
Riggins has a big hole, first down the sideline, 40, 30, he's gone to the 20, the 10, he's still on his feet, touchdown, and that may be more than the Cowboys can overcome.
I was recording the game with KRLD as a guest broadcaster that day. In my heart, I believed that the Cowboys were going to win the game. And my announcer, the co-announcer with me, Brad Shim, kept saying, "Hey, Charlie, there's no way. The game's over." So, Brad, hey, you got to believe that this team can win, that if we could just get the ball back to Roger somehow.
Clock is running, 2:38 left in the game. Shotgun formation, Staubach throwing, caught, Spring.
Go. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Rod Spring. How can you live like this, doing this every week?
This is what it's all about.
This is a killer. 42 seconds left in the game. Redskins lead by 6. Second down and 8 from the 8-yard line. No shotgun this time. Staubach throwing in the end zone. Tony Hill, touchdown!
Tony Thrill Hill.
The Cowboys have won the East. The Cowboys have come from behind twice. Unbelievably.
One day,
I'm going to leave it right there. I hope and pray that getting back the players that we got back, okay, we are actually getting healthy. This is the thing. The Cowboys offense is one of the best offenses in football, and we have had 4 offensive linemen out. We've had different combinations on a weekly basis. We're getting Tyler Booker, our outstanding rookie. We finally need to get some more production out of our rookie class back. You got CeeDee Lamb coming back. This offense, well, it's going to have to be perfect. And with the players that you have out there now, and with Shotty calling the plays, you have a chance to do that. You have a chance to do that. Washington, they may not have anybody to throw to. So I'm not trying to say that the Cowboys are definitely going to get a win. I'm hoping that they will. And one other thing before I get out of here, this is what I find amazing. This is what I find amazing. If there's something I don't like, I just avoid it. I don't waste my time with it. I'm 60 years old. I'd probably say I've lived 3/4 of my life. I'll be lucky if I make it to 80. I got 1/4 of my life left. 1/4 of it, roughly. Say about 80, which is only 2/3 of the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. So I don't waste my time on a whole lot of stuff. But for people to watch your content and tell you how stupid you are or how bad it is, and then send you an email, I don't get that. Good old Chad, Eagle fan. Buddy, how do you make every video about the Eagles? You sound so scared of us. Leon, wonder why your cholesterol is having ass gets all the hate. That's one. Here's another one. You do realize the amount of subs you have to the views you get on a video is nothing compared to Philly 500. And you can see your channel fell off. Well, here, let me actually clue you in on YouTube. Unless you're Mr. Beast, okay? Here's an interesting little fact about YouTube. And this is the harsh reality of YouTube. Is not every video that you do is going to go viral, that you're going to get. I don't know what your average may be. But would you believe that only 12% of all videos have 1,000 views? Every video that is made, that only 12% of them get 1,000 views on them. Wow. When you put that in perspective, and the other part of this is it's a misnomer that subs equates views. There are people out there with 500,000 subs that only get 100,000 views a month. YouTube, there's no rhyme or reason. But I will say this, Chad, that most of my videos do get over 1,000 views. And you're one of them. You're one of them. So I appreciate you guys. And you know what? If you want to hate me, that's fine. That's fine. Get in line. Get in line. If you want to watch my videos so you can say, he's stupid, he's, fat, he's delusional, by all means, go ahead. Keep watching. I don't mind. You're helping me with the algorithm. Alrighty, good people. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I got to get out of here. Got some work to do. 6 hours and 20 minutes from now, we'll have our live stream call-in show. I hope you guys join us because it's always so much fun having you guys here. And as always, I appreciate you guys, but I got to get out of here.
Can't stand it anymore. I've got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get
Calm down. Now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone. Everything's going to be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
Yourself.